the mainstream media, even the very liberal mainstream media, begins with a sense of a kind of normality and sees any movement away from that normality as being dangerous. We don't.
To stay ahead of the curve, NACLA needs your help. We want to bring you a digital edition of the NACLA Report on the Americas, our quarterly magazine, as well as an enhanced, easy-to-use digital platform.
When NACLA was founded, the founders were students who went to the Dominican Republic in 1965 in advance of the elections that were happening there and the US military invasion. And when they came back to the United States, they sort of looked around and said, no one in the US is talking about what's going on in the Dominican Republic right now. There's no source of information about what's happening in Latin America. And so they created the North American Congress on Latin America and started publishing a newsletter, which then later became a report, which is now our quarterly journal.
And NACLA gives coverage and voice to a variety of other perspectives that are not necessarily taken on or covered in the mainstream media.
We have nothing at stake in the results of our investigations except our desire to find out the truth.
It's the longest existing source of information about Latin America here in the US. So there's no other organization like NACLA that has continued to bring information about social justice issues, about economic issues, about women's rights and gay rights and indigenous rights in Latin America.
Over the last few years, readers have been moving from print to getting their news online. And that, in a way, has been good for NACLA because that allows NACLA to reach a wider audience than it ever has before. But we also need to make sure that NACLA is going to be economically sustainable in the future so that it can produce the same kind of long-form reporting and analysis that made it famous in the first place. And so that's why we're building a tablet edition to complement the printed report, and we're beefing up the website.
We want our site to have more multimedia, including videos, podcasts, and photo essays, and to be more interactive. We also want to give you easier access to the 45 years of the NACLA archive, and to create a dedicated section of the site for educators. The tablet edition will be a full-color version of our magazine, and will integrate with social media, allowing you to more easily share articles you love and participate in the conversations you care about.
So Latin America is present here in the United States, and an understanding of Latin America will not only create more informed activism and citizens in relation to the region, but also will provide a different critical lens for people to look at reality here in the United States.